Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for May 13th. We are looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. This particular pair moved much lower today, did break through and close through previous support. We are definitely moving lower, and the bias is to the downside. Now, we are looking for this pair to move potentially as high as 97.41, potentially as low as 94.37. Look for some resistance around the 95.60 level, and look for some support around the 95.00 level. Now, switching over to the Euro USD pair, this particular pair pretty much is moving sideways. It did close down for the session. We are expecting this pair to potentially move as high as 138.29 and possibly as low as 134.60. Look for some resistance around the 136.69 and look for some support around 135.56. This pair is moving sideways, biases sideways currently. Of course, that could change if we get a break above or a close above our resistance levels. Now, the pound US dollar pair pulled back. It created an inside bar. We could definitely have a breakout during this next session to the upside or the downside. Not sure which way this pair is going to move. It has been moving sideways with a slight bias to the upside. Now, we are looking for it to potentially go as high as 154.65, possibly as low as 149.45. Look for some resistance around 152.69 and look for some support around 150.66 in this particular pair. Switching to the US Swiss, this pair moved lower, breaking previous support of the past couple of sessions, but did pull back significantly and close higher for the session overall. We are expecting this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias. It has been to the downside, but it is switching to sideways currently. We are looking for this pair to potentially go as high as 111.90 and looking for it to move lower to 1.0890. Look for some resistance around 111.05 and look for some support around 110.02. Now, we had the U.S. retail sales release today. It was worse than expected at negative 0.4%. Was better than last month's, but was a little lower than what was expected. And that's why we've seen some of the weakness in the U.S. dollar today, at least initially when the news was released. Now, we have the New Zealand dollar releasing their retail sales expectations, inflation expectations for tomorrow for the first quarter at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And the previous numbers were negative 0.6%, and there currently no consensus for this for tomorrow. Now, what am I looking for going into this next session? There are quite a few swing trades that have developed. There was a overextended bar in the New Zealand US dollar. However, and I don't talk about this too often, but I believe there's a window of opportunity in the Euro USD to the downside. We have these three sessions that have pretty much tagged a low, basically have a very similar support level. I realize they're a couple of pips off from each other, moving higher each time, but we do have, this one being the lowest, by the way, we do have a point, pretty much a range of support right here. And you have to realize that support and resistance is very rare that support and resistance is an actual price. It's usually in an area or a zone of 5 to 10 pips, depending on the pair. Now, we also have this point at which we ran into some resistance in this particular session. And I believe this resistance, this previous resistance, will become our new support. So if we get a break of this session's low, at that point I am expecting it to move all the way to this point, and I refer to this as a window of opportunity. You notice how the market moved between this point and this point during this session without pretty much a hitch. It just went straight through it and closed much higher. I anticipate it, if it reverses and breaks through the low, this session's low, of that window of opportunity remaining just to the downside. And you can go back in through the charts and you can find windows of opportunity when they occur. Now, what does this look like? Basically looking to short right here at the 1.3556 level and looking to take our profit at the 134.70 level. That comes out to 86 pips worth of profit. I do expect that to occur fairly quick if we get a break of this low. Definitely use a stop loss in this. You can use a 1-to-1 stop loss, and you can trail it down if you like. Once you hit 30 pips, or which is 30 pips or half of this, the take profit, you could bring your stop to break even, and if it continues down, great. If it doesn't, you're not out anything. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.